So for some of us who are saying that we have to go to the restroom after food every time, my question would be, are you eating food that you may possibly be allergic to? Again, we are not doctors here. I just want to make that very clear. We are not doctors here. We're just talking from our limited experience as healers, that sometimes when people have to go to the washroom very often after eating any kind of food at all, then we need to be observant about what is the food that we are eating. And as we had discussed a little bit earlier, please keep a food diary and try to observe what are the times when you don't go to the washroom after eating meals. A couple of things that I can think of right now is you can explore what kind of oil you're using. Perhaps the oil that you're using is not suitable for you. You can look at refined oil versus kachi ghani tel. That is one of the options, which makes a big difference. What else? Again, allergies. So if you need to get an allergy test, get an allergy test. Some people are lactose intolerant, which means they can't digest milk products, or wheat intolerant, celiac intolerant. So again, of course, there are a lot of theories about this. So again, in our sessions, we're not so much going to talk about the theories as much as we're going to talk about the solutions, both through pranic healing and through other things that we need to do. So I can tell you that, yes, most of us have probably grown up eating a lot of wheat and drinking a lot of milk. But if you remember your childhood, did you have stomach pains at that point? And if you're still having them, then perhaps you need to look at other grains. So other grains that we recommend or we suggest you try are there's ragi, there's jwar, there's different kinds of millets. There are about 7 to 8 type of millets, which are more suitable for the Indian body type. Again, that doesn't mean you can't eat wheat. But what you can do is, instead of making wheat your daily meal for every single day, what you can do is you can use it more as a treat. Like, sometimes if you want to have like a piece of toast, or sometimes if you want to have a piece of cake, or if you even want to have like a naan or a roti or something like that, that's okay. But as long as it's once in a while. So just check if you're going to the washroom every time after eating, then you need to check what is it that you're eating. The one time I had this case happen was when this person was having cereal and milk for dinner, like post dinner as a dessert, and also in the morning. And those were the 2 times that this person was going to the washroom. And we later understood that they have allergy to milk. So again, with pranic healing, we can heal allergies to milk, allergies to wheat, or allergies to anything else. So that's something that you should keep in mind. If you're a healer yourself, you can start working on the allergy protocol. And if you need healing, then of course we are available. Okay, so second problem that has been mentioned here is something called a leaky gut. So yes, we've dealt with leaky gut before, and it took several months to heal the leaky gut. So what happens is, because of the acidic nature of the food that we are eating, the gut literally develops certain kinds of holes. And again, through that hole, the food begins to leak out into the other parts of the body. And you can imagine what kind of a mess it makes. So obviously, when it comes to allopathy, there are definitely some solutions. And in case of medical emergencies, we must contact a medical doctor, and we must go to the hospital, and we must get diagnostic tests done as necessary. That said, I found that pranic healing can really help with all these restorative kind of diseases, such as leaky gut, if you need your gut to be repaired, or if you're having acid problems, if you're having allergies, then there are many options in pranic healing to help heal that. I know some people feel sometimes that, oh, we have to also take medicine, and we also have to go to the doctor, and we also have to take pranic healing. So, that's a lot of money. So one thing that I will say is, sometimes, yeah, I know people think that not taking pranic healing is a way to save money, but usually it's not. Because if you just count the lifetime of pain along with the lifetime of medical tests and diagnosis and all of that, you'll probably find that pranic healing, yes, it's intense treatment for a certain period of time, but after that time is over, you no longer have that problem. So as we get older, we may have also heard of people who, when they fall sick, then all the organs begin to fail one after the other, or there is a complication, or sometimes in terms of medicine, the doctor can't give a certain medicine because it's going to affect some other part of the body, and that part of the body isn't strong enough to handle the medication. So we need to be aware that medication is really important. It's very useful. But at the same time, we need to be aware that certain medications are there for what we call SOS. So, if someone's having a heart attack, take them to the hospital. If someone's having a very bad gastric problem, they need to take medicine. But without the medicine, they can take the medicine, but along with that, if they take pranic healing, then what that does is it starts to repair the body from the inside. The other reason why we would be very happy if there was at least one pranic healer per family, then what you can also do is you can clean the medicine. So what that will do is, along with the work that the medicine has to do, it will do its work properly. And it will also help, cleaning will also help reduce the side effects of that medicine. So that also helps our clients quite a bit. So again, pranic healing has a lot of wonderful solutions that I would encourage everyone to try. So I hope you like the background. It is the background of the ashram, GMCKS Arhatik Yoga Ashram. And here, of course, in this corner, blessing all of us, we have Master Chokhok Sui. And below that, we have the GMCKS Energy Transformers logo. So let's close our eyes, connect the tongue to the palate, inhale and exhale. Let us invoke to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother. We thank you for your priceless blessings, for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, divine love, mercy, inner healing, physical healing. Thank you for the inner strength to practice regularly. Thank you for your divine help and protection, for illumination, abundance, and prosperity. We thank you. Let us do the soul affirmation. Let's be aware of ourselves as a soul having a physical body, that we have a mind and emotions. I am that I am. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected with God. I am one with God, and I am one with all. So today we are going to be talking about gas pains. This seems to be a common problem that people have. So one of the thought processes is that gas pains are sometimes caused by food that has not been digested properly. So in the previous episode, we talked about the role of chewing and how we should chew our food very, very well. Now, today we're going to talk about the gas aspect of it. So one of the thoughts about gas is that it sometimes happens when we feel that there isn't enough time. And when we feel that there isn't enough time, then what happens is we tend to quickly gobble our food. Some of us I know, in order to join the session at 4 o'clock, you're perhaps gobbling down your food as well. So I understand that we are dependent on other people, we are dependent on the entire family. Everyone has to come together. I understand all of that, but my suggestion would be that eat less and chew your food. So enjoy it, because gas is caused by undigested matter. There comes a point at which the stomach just does not have the capacity to do the work that the mouth is supposed to do. So just think about it. For example, in case, in our home, let's say if some people are supposed to do, the washing and the ironing, and some people are supposed to do the cleaning, and some people are supposed to do the cooking, and one person is not doing their job, so the other people have to do it, right? So they'll do it for a few days, they'll do it for a few weeks, but after a point they can't do it anymore, because not because it's not their job, but just because they get tired. Okay, everyone has a capacity. So similarly, our stomach or every part of our body, they have a lot of potential, but at the same point it's not fair to ask the stomach to do the job that the mouth or the salivary glands are supposed to do. Okay, so let's be aware of that. Let's be aware that God has given us all these organs, and each of these organs have a specific function, and we must provide the time for those organs to do their function. And we should not dump the work of one organ on the other organ. We will try, definitely. The organs will definitely do that. But that doesn't mean that we should take things for granted. Okay. So again, in her book, Louise Hayes talks about heal your body. She says that, sorry, that gas pains are perhaps caused by gripping fear and undigested ideas. Okay, so this is also called flatulence. Some people who also say that I have bloating in my stomach, that is also caused by gas pains. The organ responsible for that is the gallbladder. So I have also personally, of course, we at GMCKS Energy Transformers have healed people with gas pains. If your doctor says that you have to go for a surgery of a gallbladder removal, then perhaps that's what you have to do. But if the doctor tells you that you have some time to improve your lifestyle and to see if you can, save your gallbladder by improving your lifestyle, then that might be a time for you to come for pranic healing. Of course, even if you're going for surgery, we can help. But if what we will do is we will start working on the gallbladder, and we will try to solve the problem that the gallbladder is having. What happens is that a lot of our organs also have certain functions, and when they can't function anymore, it's important to increase the pranic energy level of that particular part of the body and help it to revive and help it to complete its function. So there is a role of positive affirmations as mentioned by Master Chokok Sui in his books. So we are going to use the affirmation by Louise Hay, and she says, I relax and let life flow through me with ease. So essentially, what she's saying is, I relax and let life flow through me with ease. So I'd like all of us to just reflect a bit, when we are having gas pains or we are having gas issues, is it that we're eating food kind of on the go, or we're just trying to fit the food into our entire lifestyle? What is it that we are doing that is causing the gas? Also, this happens to people, like I said, who feel that there isn't enough time. Okay, so if you're always in a rush, if you're always in a rush to eat or to take a bath or to do your work or anything like that, one more thing that I found useful is to just be aware that are there times when we are wasting money, which means not money, we are wasting time, which means we are procrastinating, delaying. I'll do it, I don't have the energy to do it, and then suddenly everything needs to be done at the same time. So if we are that kind of person, then we really need to think about how we can change our lifestyle. Usually when I've worked with clients, what I found, if we just make them aware of the fact that there are 24 hours in a day, and most people don't need more than 6 to, okay, maybe even 10 hours of sleep, you still have a lot of good time left. But what happens is something that my son actually shared yesterday, and it really helped me understand. He said that sometimes people spend a lot of time thinking about what they have to do even while they're doing it. Okay, so suppose I'm reading a book and at the same time I'm thinking about the fact that I have to read a book and I have to read that book and I have to read this book. Then what's happening is that I'm actually thinking. I'm not really reading the book. If I were to just stop thinking about other things and just do what I have to do at this time, then that will really help also in terms of calming down and relaxing and enjoying what we do. So there was this one time when I had a lady, a homemaker, who was working a lot with her family. In COVID time, she didn't have any help. And I remember I said to her, I said, if you're doing something for your family, even if it's mopping the floor or cleaning the utensils, do it with love. Otherwise, don't bother. Don't do it, because the negative energies that will travel along with that task is going to be counterproductive. What will happen is you will get even less help and even less help and even less help from your family. Instead, just reduce the amount of workload, let's reduce our own obsessions and compulsions with the fact that, okay, the house needs to be cleaned 3 times a day or 4 times a day or whatever it is. Just reduce all of that. Just reduce all of that. Learn to relax. It's okay. It's really okay. And just do it once, do it with love. Even if you're cleaning a lid, if you're cleaning your desk, if you're cleaning your body, if you're eating your food, just relax and just be like, I'm going to enjoy this. This is all of this is the process of life. All of this is the process of life. And we really, if we can, and I'm talking to myself also, is if we can just relax and be like, okay, right now I'm taking this session, right now I'll be meditating, then I'll be healing people. If I can just relax and just do that for that 1 hour or 2 hours or whatever it is, that will help. Okay, so when we are eating, please be aware of the role of the mouth. Biting, be aware that there are enzymes in the salivary glands that come out and help to break up the food. Then the food travels down to the stomach, and there it starts to get digested. If there is undigested food, then we will tend to have an issue. The other thing is that some people tend to eat a lot, in the sense they eat much too frequently and they eat too much. So this is also something that you need to see. Are you eating because it's time to eat, or are we eating because the body is hungry? If we're eating when the body is not hungry, then we will tend to again have gas. And I know that some people tend to think that they will have gas if they don't eat. Try not eating and see what happens. Sometimes you'll find that not eating is actually a solution, provided of course you're able to calm down and have faith. Okay, so again, I'm not saying to go hungry. Okay, these are all again general pieces of advice. If you need specific advice for yourself, then you need to contact us, and so we can have a one-on-one consultation. This is more general advice to help you understand what pranic healing can do. And we've healed people with leaky gut, gastric problems, indigestion, mouth ulcers, ulcers in the stomach, etc., etc. So all any kind of digestive issues, we can definitely help. Okay. Let's be aware of our crown, our heart, and our hands. Let us be grateful for all the healing that we have received. Let us be aware of our gallbladder. Let us be aware of our entire gastrointestinal system. Let us be aware of some beautiful white light flowing through our entire system, from the mouth to the esophagus to the food pipe, going down through the valves in the body, to the valve to the stomach that prevents acid from coming back up to the stomach, going further down to the duodenum, small intestines, where the absorption process takes place, where the body absorbs whatever it requires from the food that has been processed, then to the large intestines, from where it will be eliminated. Let us be aware of energy flowing through every part of the body, especially the upper abdomen in reference to gas and bloating, and to the gallbladder. Let's bless every part of our body, because it is the whole that gives us health. Let's be aware of our financial targets. Let's also be aware of the role that our digestive issues have in reference to our financial goals, whether it is preventing us from working efficiently, whether it is wasting time, or whether it is taking up too much resource. Let us be aware. Let's bless our financial targets. Let's bless our relationship targets. Perhaps when we are bloated or full of gas, we are also irritated. Perhaps that affects our relationships. So let's bless our relationships with understanding. If someone in the family has this problem, let us also be kind towards them. Let's be aware of our health target and the role that our stomach, our intestines have to play in helping the process of health restoration. And of course, our spiritual target. When our body is healthy, we can move faster and faster towards our spiritual target. Let's bless everyone in our homes. Let's bless our homes, our workplace, the city, state, country, continent, planet. Zoom further out. Let's bless everything that we see. Zoom back in. Inhale and exhale. Let's be aware of the energy flowing from our crown, our heart, and our hands. Let's bless everyone on the group. Let's bless Master Cho's Pranic Healing and Aratik Yoga. Let's bless the divine plan that there be one pranic healer per family. Take a few more seconds to bless anything else that is important to us. Our projects, people who have requested blessings. Once we're done, let's return to our body. Massage the face, the scalp, the neck, shoulders, arms, chest, liver, spleen, kidneys at the back. Massage the hips, the thighs, the knees, going down to the shin and the calves and the feet. Just wanted to thank everyone for releasing stuff. A lot of fear came out, and Kunal and I were doing the healing. So we were able to remove a lot of stuff. So thank you for your cooperation. Let's be aware that when the client is receptive, then the healing is much faster. So thank you for your cooperation. And now we'll just conclude. So thank you everyone for joining. Those of us who are watching this video later on YouTube, do subscribe and join us for our live sessions. We have them at 4 o'clock Indian Standard Time, and we will do some healing for everyone present. So in case you have any digestive issues, we can give you an idea of what pranic healing is about, and you can see how you feel before and after the healing. Okay, so welcome to everyone, and thank you so much for joining. Bye.
I had a lot of gas problem I still have, but I'm feeling better. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you.